country was never colonized in Africa. It is surprising, right? Okay, I did my research, deep research about this country called Liberia. It was never colonized with Ethiopia, but some people are saying it's colonized. Some people are saying it's never colonized. Let's find out here in this video. Liberia. Officially, the Republic of Liberia is a country on the West African coast. It is bordered by Sierra Leone, northwest, Guinea to its north, Ivory Coast to its east, and the Atlantic Ocean to its south and southwest. It has a population of around 5.5 million and covers an area of 43,000 square miles. The official language is English. Over 20 indigenous languages are spoken, reflecting the country's ethnic and cultural diversity. The capital and largest city is Monrovia. So it has a 5.5 million population. So how about we enter deep into their history, because this is getting interesting. So Liberia began in the early 19th century as a project of the American Colonization Society, ACS, which believed that black people will face better chances for freedom and prosperity in Africa than in the United States. Between 1822 and the outbreak of the American Civil War in 1861, more than 15,000 freed and free-born African Americans, along with 3,198 Afro-Caribbeans, relocated to Liberia. So it means they take people to America and then took them back to Africa for them to form their own country. But the story didn't stop here. Let's continue. Gradually, developing an Americo-Liberian identity, the settlers carried their culture and tradition with them while colonizing the indigenous population led by the Americo-Liberians. Liberia declared independence on July 26, 1847, which the U.S. did not recognize until February 5th, 1862. So Liberia, when they all get back to Africa, they have their own independence, but the U.S. didn't recognize it earlier that time. So the Americans that they take from America to take them back to Africa, those are the ones that was controlling Liberia, politics and everything about Liberia at that moment. Liberia was the first African republic to proclaim its independence and is Africa's first and oldest modern republic. Along with Ethiopia, it was one of the two African countries to maintain its sovereignty and independence during the European colonial scramble for Africa. Early 20th century, Liberia saw large investment in rubber production by Firestone Tire and Rubber Company. This investment led to large-scale changes in Liberia's economic workforce. So, Liberia and Ethiopia are the only country in Africa which were not colonized by the Europeans. So we all can see what the research shows. So I think all of us have to be agreed on this one, because they were never colonized, but they were taken to America, and the masters said we have to take them back to Liberia in Africa, because why? They have many slaves back there, so they don't want what they think and what the vision was, that one day they could control there and took over everything. So that's why they took them back to where they actually belong. So Liberia was never colonized, and they get their own independence before the US even recognized it.